Hello, welcome to my Adele. I have recently gotten my gear to my kind of finished standard. It's not completely done, but by some other standards, but for me, this is done, so I decided let's do a video and commemorate the occasion. In general, on this character, I've been very lucky. I have my Star Force achievement up here. It's about 360 bill, and 40 to 50 of that was spent in reg server before switching to reboot. So, in general, I've been very lucky, which has been nice. Anyway, let's start going through the gear. I'll also have some comments later about just general progression, reboot things, my experience with Adele and with reboot and whatever at the end if you care about that. But I figure most people are probably just here to look at the numbies. Yeah, so let's go through them. Here's my Connor ring, 30%, 22 star. Superior ring, 22 star, 30% as well, with a cheeky all stat line. This never boomed post transfer hammer, which is pretty lucky. In fact, none of my superior Golix items did, which is very lucky. So happy with that. My reinforced ring, this was my unluckiest item. It took about 50 bill to see 22 star, which is not the worst horror story out there, but it's, you know, it's about a sixth of my Star Force cost, so it kind of feels bad, but can't win them all, so really can't complain much. I'm rocking Aurora 3. I'm unfortunately about 400 boxes in and haven't seen Aurora 4, which is fine. Like I said, can't win them all, but Aurora 3 is fine. When I don't want to use the roar, I have this solid ring that I slot in. I was hoping to make a slime ring for this video, but unfortunately I've boomed 2 superior rings from 20 to 21 trying to make transfer fodder for this, so maybe it's just karma for the free 22s on the rest of my superior stuff. Yeah, maybe I'll slot it in someday, but for now, just rocking the roar and the solid ring. I have a red book, very lucky to have a red book. Very lucky flame as well. This was a one-tap flame. After I got the book, I did weeklies and got a single Eternal Flame and dropped it on and hit 104 and 5 and said, that's great. I'm going to keep that forever. Here's my superior pendant, 32 and 4. I have the same flame on all of my superior Golix items. It's very funny. It's a very good flame, so I'm happy with it. 27%. I don't think I'm going to re-roll that ever. I'd rather spend Mesa on new characters or something than reroll potentials for 30 versus 27. I don't know. Here's my Sweetwater Pendant. This was 64 and 7 pre-transpose. Very lucky. This item also never boomed and also was 33%. It was a very lucky item. My weapon is mostly just Jenny Wep waiting room. Double prime attack's nice. ID's fine. My flame's pretty good. But yeah, just waiting for Jenny Wep. I should liberate in June, so looking forward to that. Here's my belt, 30% strength, 32 and 4 flame, 22 star. Very happy. Here's my hat, 64 and 6 flame. Very happy with that. I just rolled at this event with the event flames. 30% strength. I'm happy with the strength hat. I know Adele can also use a CD hat, but strength's a bit simpler. Don't need to worry as much about using stuff off cooldown to like realize the best potential of a CD hat, but obviously still want to use stuff off cooldown anyway, so I don't know if it really matters. Anyway, I'm happy with the strength hat. Here's a Sweetwater Tattoo. This is actually my first 22 item in reboot. When it was 21, I rolled double drop on it, and I was like, well, I'll tap it, and if it goes 22, then I'll re-roll the potential, otherwise I'll have a double drop accessory if it booms or something. So went 22, and the rest is history. I'm sitting on a black bean mark. I've yet to get a pat mark, unfortunately, so I'm waiting to make a monocle for that. But so waiting on boss drops. Pat mark, waiting room, I guess. But yeah, here's my top 68 and 5 flame, 30% strength. Pretty happy with that. It was a bit of an expensive potential, given that I was willing to settle just 27, but we hit 30, so can't complain. Same story on the pants, it was a little expensive, but then hit 30%, so it's pretty good. 72 and 4 flame here, happy with that. My arcanes are all 21, I'm just leaving them 21, I'm not trying for more. This flame is a bit funny with the dex flame being as high as the strength, but it's pretty good flame, so can't complain. 30% strength potential, pretty good. Here's my earrings, that same 32 and 4 flame, 27%, 22 star. 30% strength on the shoulder, 21 star. Gloves are 2-line crit, 91 and 6 flame, that's pretty good. And it has this HP line that applies to familiars, which is kind of nice. I have my Wonder right here, 30%, pretty good. Here's the cape, 115 and 5, very, very good flame, very lucky, 21 star, and 30% strength potential. Here's my emblem, 2-line attack with IED. Very lucky on this. The double prime attack is very nice. I'm just using Magnus badge and 7-day Monster Parker, pretty standard. I have this not Princess No secondary. This is 21 attack with 30 boss. I got very lucky on this. This was actually like very early on in Reboot. I was just trying to roll 2-line attack on my secondary to get better mobbing, and this was the first 2-line attack I rolled. This was like before I don't even think I was strong enough to fight Princess No, and I hadn't done a pre-quest yet or anything, so I've just kept this ever since because it's quite good. So yeah, that's the gear. Total about 51k stat. Oh, I guess I can show my current Sacred Force symbols. I'm sitting 140 sac. If I pop the solid ring on, it pops up to almost 54, but usually I just have the roar on 51k stat. Yeah, here it is. Inner ability, 19 boss, 20 crit, 5% damage to status. I don't think I'm going to bother rerolling this really. It's pretty close to max. Yeah, so that's the gear and the stats. Here's the familiars. I have a 20 boss with small heal, a 30 boss, and a 30 boss. I also have a 30 IED I can slot in if needed, and some other healing ones that are pretty good, but who cares about those? For badges, I don't know if people care about these, but I have the 3% attack ones, and then otherwise I mainly just use crit rate and damage ones. I have this IED one. I'm not going to try for the other IED ones because you have to open booster packs, and I don't care. Anyway, here's my links. Pretty standard setup. My jet link here is 33 attack with 31 strength, and sometimes I slot in warrior link for one of these, but yeah, for like black mage or something, but that's my normal setup. My legion just recently hit 7k, and I don't know, I'm not much for grinding more meals. I don't really like grinding meals, so I'm just gonna get to 8k very slowly with like burnings and AFK events and bonk events and whatever, but maybe eventually we'll hit there. So that's the gear and account. I'm gonna have some brief comments on just Reboot in general, and why I switched to Reboot and what I like about it, and yeah, so feel free to stick around if you want. But I switched to Reboot in August of 2020. I'd been playing Reg server for a while at that point. I had a Demon Slayer above 250 who could solo up through like hard Damien, and I don't know, I just was realizing that what I like in this game is kind of the gear progression and the just that feeling of like getting stronger, and I like the grind of the game. Like I love sitting down and just grinding for a few hours, pop on a Netflix show or something. So I switched to Reboot because that's kind of where that experience is kind of better. You get more per grind session, you get more meso, more cubes, more better EXP past like 250 and stuff. And so I was leaving a lot of stuff in Reg server, but I don't know. I'm still happy I made the switch, and I've been enjoying my time in Reboot. So that feeling of progression is really strong, and now I'm kind of at the end of it, which is a different feeling, but it's kind of nice. I hit 275 about a year after I started, August of 2021, and then I obviously have not been grinding much since then, so maybe I'll get back on the grind a little bit, but I don't know, I'll probably be focusing on other characters, but maybe I'll go to a few more levels, I don't know. In general, just some thoughts on Adele. Adele's obviously a great class. It's one of the most popular classes in the game for a reason. I like the class quite a bit. I really like the mobbing on the class. the mobbing's very fun. I love just circle farming, and it's probably the best circle farmer in the game. You just have a few skills you kind of use off cooldown, and otherwise you just hop around and kill the mushrooms, you know? The boss scene is obviously very good. It's a very strong class. It's a bit intense for me. I don't know if it's the right word. I don't know. I'm not much of a gamer. Like what I like in the game is, you know, grinding. The boss scene is kind of secondary to me. So Adele actually kind of has a lot to pay attention to when bossing, and it's fine at times. But I don't know. For future characters, I'm kind of gonna look at probably some simpler classes, simpler bossing at least. But we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll warm up to Adele bossing now that I'm kind of done farming and can focus on practicing bossing more. We'll see. As for future projects, I'll slowly work on 8K Legion, but otherwise I'll probably start funding up a second character now. Right now I'm thinking of Mihail. Mihail looks pretty fun to me. That iframe looks very cool. The Adele iframe got me used to that. Procking it is just very satisfying. It's like playing Marth and like melee for any melee heads out there. Just down B everyone, which is whatever. It feels like that, which is fun. So I don't know. Mihail seems fun to me. If I don't like it, we'll see. Maybe I'll remake a Demon Slayer or something. I know I like that class. But yeah, that's where I'm at, and that's my progression so far, and I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah, any questions? Feel free to ask. Otherwise, see ya.